So we are Group 4. We are going to introduce a little about mainstreaming AgroBiodiversity and sustainable food system. So in this chapter, we will take an insight into what we call as AgroBiodiversity data and how many sectors, including the private and government sectors, utilizing this set of data to improve the AgroBiodiversity in this country. So let's check it out.
Okay, this our topic is about agricultural biodiversity and food system sustainability. We know that agricultural biodiversity is an important resource for transforming agriculture and backbone of sustainable agriculture is intensification. What is agricultural biodiversity? Defined as the variety and variability of animal, plant and microorganism that we use directly and indirectly for food and agriculture. AgroBiodiversity is including livestock, fisheries and forestry. For the meaning for sustainable food system as food system that deliver food security and nutrient for all in such as way that the economy, social and environment basis to the next generation. Depletion of natural resources is the one driver can make it in food system moving from one point to another point. Natural resources included land, soil, water and biodiversity. Agriculture covers up to 38% of the Earth's surface, but 30% of the world farmland is degraded. Agriculture accounts for 70% of all freshwater withdrawn and covers 80% of deforestation worldwide. The loss of forest and other biodiversity can lead to corrosion of genetic diversity, which reduce option for breeding new plant variety better adapted to climate change. So this is a little bit about the natural resources that can make change of food system in agriculture biodiversity.
I will tell to you about food biodiversity in health diverse diet. Okay, as we know, biodiversity for food is important to us since the world have become more populated. The population of world is increasing, so we need to have more food, and we have to especially we have to get the sustainable food. Okay. According to the statistic, there are many people that obese, having obesity and having lack of nutrition, like in America, in Malaysia, and example of people who lack of nutrition like in Africa. So we need to diverse our food to have sustainable food and get a healthy lifestyle. There is many problem in getting the healthy food, such as transportation, weather, climate change, and everything. So we have to overcome this problem to accomplish and to get the sustainable and good food for our future.
Using biodiversity to provide multiple service in sustainable farming system. The role of agriculture biodiversity in agri-ecological intensification is about soil erosion control, pest and disease control, and soil quality. So about soil erosion control, we use cover crop that will protect soil from impact raindrop For it also have AgroBiodiversity that we produce for mulching material, and the canopy reduce the speed of rainfall. And third is intercropping for reduce exposed wear of soil and optimize nutrient cycling. So about pest and disease control, farmers and plant breeders select of the hybrid and the what we want to say about the resistant varieties for control the pest and the pathogen. And we also use over different seasonal such as crop genetic diversity, polyculture, and so on that can control damage. So for soil quality, soil provide functions such as decomposition, lepas tu carbon cycling, nutrient cycling, soil structure formation, and maintenance. So soil biodiversity include complex relationship that soil. So about soil quality, soil provide functions such as decomposition, carbon cycling, nutrient cycling, soil structure formation, and maintenance. So soil biodiversity include complex relationship between that between that pest predation relationship by centipede, earthworm for soil structure, springtail for organic matter. So not only can agriculture agrobiodiversity boost yield and increase nutrition, but it helps to maintain and drive a host of essential ecosystem service such as pollinator service, several service relation to soil and pest regulatory. This service turn can lead to increased livelihood and reduce the need to rely upon high level of often expensive and frequency environmentally damage input.
AgroBiodiversity has become a main issue in the global news nowadays. It has become so important that certain indicators have been developed to measure the many facets of agricultural biodiversity. Agricultural Biodiversity Index have been developed to measure these facets of agricultural sector, and agricultural biodiversity has become the main contributor to the resilient livelihood, healthy diets and nutrition, and also the sustainable land for agricultural and forestry activities. Take one example, the agricultural sector. The agricultural sector, when they involve the agricultural biodiversity, has helped to diversify the species inside the farm, and also have been helping the local species to survive. This set of data, the Agricultural Biodiversity Index, have been utilized by the government sector and the private sector to ensure the continuous production of food and also the survival of local species.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning. Today I will let you to know about my topic, which is conserving agricultural biodiversity for use in sustainable food system. Okay, as we know, there are a lot of agrobiodiversity in this world. There are about 40 pool of species, 40 species for animal varieties, and about 5,538 species in for the plant species. But only we use about 40 species for plant species, and 12 crop and species for plant, and only 5 species of animal that is used cover about 75% of our food system. Okay, so The conserving method that been used is ex situ conservation, in situ conservation. Ex situ conservation means that we get from the natural habitat to growth in a new habitat, not in that place. So we get the gene from the habitat, then we make it in different places. So in situ conservation, in situ conservation, there are two types of in situ conservation, which is on farm conservation in agricultural production system, and in situ in wild ecosystem and natural habitat. So there is a heuristic framework which is constrained to conserve and use traditional crop varieties, which is local crop genetic diversity does not exist is insufficient quantities within the production system. Local crop genetic diversity is not accessibility to farmer. Farmer do not value and use local crop genetic resources. Farmer do not benefit from the use of local crop genetic diversity. So we know here that a farmer did not concern about the conserve the agrobiodiversity from the agricultural practices. So the main concept of assessing genetic diversity on farm, main concept of assessing, firstly is richness. Richness stand for different tradition, varieties, breed and species maintain. So breed and species have to maintain the richness of the agrobiodiversity. So second is evenness, similarity frequencies in different variant. And number third is divergence. Divergence is reflect from community, which has a same community but growing have a different varieties from a same community and have a different varieties. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, Agricultural Biodiversity Index is a beneficial tool that can help to preserve the local species and at the same time increasing the production of supply. One should never ignore the local species, and at the same time we should also moving forward to increase the production amount. So that's all from us, and thank you so much for spending your time.